you're here right now because most likely you have little dots looking like this, call them blackheads or comedones, and you want to figure out how you can deal or take care of them. If you don't, they do get larger and they will stretch. So I will give you step by step how to take care of these little nasty little dots with products, natural products, some products that you might need to buy, or some tools, and stay until the end so you can learn everything. So take down notes. Very quickly, my name is Maria from Vancouver, Canada. The first thing that I would like to do is to thank every single subscriber that have given me comments, support, and actually helping me to improve my tutorial. It's phenomenal. I have individuals from all over the world, from young 11-year-olds to older, mature women, 17 and 80 years old. It is phenomenal. If you do not agree with my tutorials, please tell me, but respectfully tell me why you do not agree with me, and I'm fine with that. I reply to everybody. Good comments, bad comments, it doesn't matter. I reply to everyone. So if I don't reply right away, please give me some time, because some people might fall through the cracks, and just tell me, hey Maria, you forgot about me, and I will reply. Anyways, I am here to talk about blackheads, whiteheads. My main focus is blackheads though, and the papules, pustules, because there's some confusion. So take down notes and listen to every single step. So this first segment here, I am going to take some diagrams because diagrams are so important. So a blackhead, and here is a little, you can see here. And so you'll see this part here, and a blackhead, also called a comedone. This part here is very like oxidized. And if we do not take care of this part here called the ostia will stretch, become larger. And I do have, I showed you a picture before, one blackhead, and these are somewhat, you can see that the blackheads are getting quite large and they're getting congested, they're falling through. And then I have another picture here. You can really see these blackheads here. They're very, very congested, huge blackheads. So if you do not take care of them, here's the picture again here, what's going to happen is that it will stretch, become darker. So what are the things like, so this is an open follicle, open comedone, and I'm going to talk, this is the main subject. But now there's some people that get confused between Milia and whiteheads, or also called papules or pustules, okay? So let's look at whiteheads. Sometimes people will get these two confused. Now if there is skin on top, that is a Milia. And I have a nice little picture, and I do have 2 tutorials on Milia. One, how to prevent Milia, and the other one is how to remove Milia. So please do look at that tutorial over here. Okay. So this is a Milia. It looks like a little pearl and very thin skin on top. So this is more of a closed ostia. And I have also an example. Okay, so you can see them, they look like little pearls. So do look at that tutorial that I just mentioned. There's no inflammation. It's only like a little bit of a skin, and you need a little lancet. Now, if you feel queasy about it, please go to an esthetician, go to a professional, an experience, because some estheticians are scared of doing it. But if you hold the skin nice and tight and you make a little incision on the top of the Milia, it is actually quite easy. But again, go to a professional if you don't feel comfortable. Now, this one here, some people, you can you see the like the redness around it? That's more of a pustule. This is bacterial. really quite different between this and this. This is almost like a very dry little pearl. This is pussy. So hopefully you can tell the difference. So, because a lot of times people say, oh, I got whiteheads, and they're little pustules, okay? So the second one is bacterial. This is another one here that, this is a little bit larger. This is also a whitehead, but it's more bacterial. Okay? So when you do something like this, I would advise to go to an esthetician to get it done, removed properly, but that is your decision. So I have 3 things that I do not agree that a lot of individuals use. The first one are those little strips. They do not work. They seem like they do, but they don't. And actually, they cause the ostia, or the opening, to become larger. Okay, so when we look at this, what you're doing, you're putting the little strip and then you pull it off, and guess what? You're just removing just the little cork here. That's it. You're not able to remove the whole blackhead, and causing more damage on the opening of the follicle. So don't use them. There's other things I'm going to talk about that will work a lot better. The next one that I really feel like, oh my goodness, so many individuals are using them, are those pore vacuums. They do not work. And I have a tutorial here so you can look at it. They don't work because what's happening is that you're putting the machine higher and higher, and the blackhead is not coming out, because the only thing you're doing is just removing a little bit of the top of the Comedone, and then you put a little bit higher, causing little bruises all over your face. Those machines are amazing to do lymph drainage, for blood stimulation, for cellular turnover, but that's about it. Don't use it. Another tool that I don't agree, and now I'm going to have some people that will go against me, but that's okay, are these little tools here. These are called the Comedone, I don't know if you can see here, the Comedone extractors, yeah? And there's the 2 sides here like that. And some of them will have like a little needle at the end. I do not agree, because you need to extract the blackhead. You get your little 2 fingers and you go right underneath the blackhead to push the blackhead out. With these ones here, okay, I'm going to put it here. When you press it, to right where the blackhead is, you're pressing so much, causing a lot of damage. You see that? And that is not good for the skin, because if you do a lot of that and you have a sensitive skin, you are going to break a lot of the capillaries. And then once the capillaries are broken, that's it. So I do not agree with this. Now, if you want to use it just to scrape a little bit, that's okay. But to pressure down, I'm not even going to put it. I did it here. Look. Where is it? Right here. Look, there. It's all irritated, and I did not put too much pressure. So these are not good. And I know that a lot of estheticians are using these. The only time I agree with these is if you're taking out blackheads from the ear. That's it. So I told you the 3 things that I don't agree. And I might get some people with a little bit of a slack, but that's the way it goes. So let's start with step number 1, which is exfoliate. Why exfoliate? Is because by exfoliating, you're cleaning this area, and that you're helping for this clogged pore to allow it for the sebum to come out. So exfoliation is very, very good. And when you exfoliate, you are stimulating, let's go back to this one here. There's a layer here called gymnotivum layer. And what you're doing, you're stimulating that layer to produce to divide, and so then the cells there's a nice turnover. So exfoliation is good. How often? Well, not too often, because overdoing that's not good either. So I would say maybe twice a week. That's a good idea. Another step that I feel that is very, very good for any form of blackheads is steaming, and I have a tutorial right here about steaming. And how often should you steam? I would say once or twice a week. Now if you, I do below I do have a little steamer that I find it is quite a nice little unit to have, but you can steam in the shower. That can become quite expensive because you have to steam for quite a while. Or you can get a big bowl of hot water and put your head over with a towel and steam your skin. If you can afford to get a little steamer, they're not that expensive. It's like a something to do for yourself. Let's get yourself a little gift. I think that is a good thing to do. By steaming, and there's a lot of information, I'm not going to talk too much about it, but basically you're stimulating the metabolism of your cells. And so by stimulating, you're bringing moisture and you are rejuvenating the skin. Now, the next thing is very important. If your blackheads are this bad and you have a lot of Milias, I would go to a professional. And I usually advise, at least, I know it could be expensive, but if you can save your money and go get a professional facial at least twice a year. Okay, every 4 to 6 months to get a, but if you go to someone that knows how to do extractions, because there's so many that do not know how to do extractions, or they're doing this, which I do not agree. You want to have somebody that knows how to extract the blackheads with the fingers. So they will put little cotton balls or Kleenex or paper towel and they squeeze the blackhead properly. So to go to get a facial, to get the extractions, that is very good. Step number 4 is gentle brushing, or you could use scrubs, because when you do brushing and scrubs, what you're doing a mild exfoliation. Don't be rough. Here I have a little example of a brush, and I do have a link below. And what the little bristle, there's like different from very hard brushes to like soft brushes, and what the little bristle goes inside the ostia or the opening of the follicle, and it cleans out the top of the blackhead. Remember, to remove all the blackhead, you'll have to have a little bit of force to come from the bottom, pushing it out. So brushing once or twice a week, scrubs once or twice a week, so you're maintaining your pores always nice and clean. You do not want to have those ostia or the opening enlarging. Okay, next is lifestyle. Lifestyle is very important, such as taking care of yourself. Go for walks, go exercising, meditating, praying, gratitude, the whole package. With that comes the next point, which is eating foods with vitamin A. Yes, you can take a little capsule, but foods with vitamin A are all the orange, red fruit and vegetables like oranges, red pepper, turmeric, very, very good. And also to take things internally that are antioxidants to neutralize the free radicals. So foods that are such as all the different berries, the leafy greens, anything that is green is very good. And the next point is taking NRF2. And I do have a link below. NRF2, what it does, it actually helps the body to produce its own antioxidants. So instead of taking them, you are making them. Amazing. The next 2 products are treatment products, and they need to be used respectfully. The one is AHA BHA complex, and one of my favorite products is this one here. So the BHA helps to unclog the pore, and the AHA helps to exfoliate the dead skin on top of the pore or ostia, so the sebum can come through. That is a very, very essential product for the blackhead. But you would use this product maybe 2 or 3 times a week. Not all over your face, only in the area that is necessary. That is the BHA AHA from The Ordinary. The next product is if you have this issue. So see these large pores? Most likely this individual did not take out the blackheads, and the opening widened. Because remember, if you don't take them out, they will get larger. Or this person used those little strips. So please be very careful. So the next product that is essential as a treatment, and you would use this maybe 2 or 3 times a week, is the Niacinamide. Okay, this one here, again from The Ordinary. And this will help to restore the pore that have been stretched beyond the natural or the normal size. So this specific product will repair, will help. Now, will it go back to normal? Not necessarily, but it will help greatly. The next product that I find is necessary that will help to clean out the pores is a mask. There's different kinds of masks, but one of my favorite ones are black charcoal, seaweed, anything with algae, and also, of course, clay. But, this is a big but, keep the mask moist. Usually these masks, they dry up and they draw out, and a lot of times cause a lot of irritation. But these masks have so many minerals and vitamins, and the only way to make it go into the skin, to nourish the skin, is to keep them moist. So what can you do is to put the mask on, and then you can get a cloth or a Kleenex or paper towel wet and leave it on for about 10 minutes, and then you wipe it off. Or you can steam your skin, keep the steam far so it's not too hot, and you keep the mask nice and warm. So that is not to become dry and to pull, but it's more to nourish. We want to nourish the skin. You know, from especially the individuals that have been following me, that I don't like too many products. There's a lot of steps that I'm explaining here because they all have different benefits. So from the steaming and the extractions and the brushing, these are all the different things that helps for you to keep your pore or ostia nice and clean. Another product that I enjoy is the Refresh Botanicals. This is a cleanser and a moisturizer. I did a tutorial a long time ago about stacking your products, and I don't agree, like glass skin and stuff like that, and I have a tutorial right here. So I don't really believe in applying tons of products every day, but throughout the week different products will give you different benefits. So this Refresh Botanical, the cleanser and the moisturizer, is actually very good that you can add to your BHAs, AHAs, and the Niacinamide. Okay. Antiseptic. If you get a little pimple, whatever, what I advise is to use either Manuka oil or tea tree oil. And of course, about all these products, I have a link below. The Manuka oil is more for the individuals that are allergic to the tea tree oil, but they're all both very good. The focus of it is a natural antiseptic. So you can get a little Q-tip, put it on the area, but that sometimes it's a little dehydrating. So I usually say mix it with a little bit of water. So get your Q-tip a little bit wet with water, get a drop of either Manuka or tea tree oil, and then you apply on the area. So the last thing is NRF2. I'm very pro the NRF2 activation, and I have a link below. Please look at it. The NRF2 is an activator that helps the body to produce its own antioxidants. So make the antioxidants versus taking the antioxidants. So the NRF2 has not only the internal to get and to produce your antioxidants, but to reduce the oxidative stress in your body caused by free radical damage. And of course, the company also makes products, which is called True Science, moisturizer, and a very good cleanser. When you get a cleanser, you want a cleanser that is not too dehydrating. Because if it is dehydrating, what you're doing, you're irritating and destroying the acid mantle of your skin, and you don't want to do that. So good moisturizer, good cleanser, have a good scrub that you want to do once or twice a week, your brushes, your acids. If you do follow all these steps that I mentioned to you, I promise you, you will get a very good clean skin. Will you be able to go back to where it was? I cannot promise you that. I cannot promise you that. But with the help of an esthetician and with all the things that you're doing at home, you will have a very nice clear skin. So we are at the end, and thank you so much for being here. Do give me comments below. Subscribe, give me thumbs up. Tell me what would you like me to create for you. And if you have any questions, put them down below, and I promise you, within a day or two, I will respond to you, and I will respond at the best of my knowledge. And I look forward to talk with you, all of you, very, very soon.